Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my introduction into the Truth About Politics channel. I know it's not quite a video, but this is the best platform I can think of for recording voice and uploading it directly to YouTube. I'm going to be introducing my political stance here. I'm on the side of humans. I am. All humans. According to law. I am not for illegals. I am not for illegals, and I'll tell you why. Because the name basically describes themselves. They are illegal, against the law. It is against the United States law to cross over into this country illegally. And I don't care if they've got a worse life. They have to go through customs just like all the other thousands upon, well, actually I'm going to say millions upon millions of immigrants that came into this country and made America what it is. Before you go off and say, well, you're illegal here. No, I was born here. I'm a Native American. Well, you took over the Indians' land by... I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You took over the Native Americans. You took over their lands by killing them and killing all the buffalo and killing all the Indians. Yeah. No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I wasn't born for almost 200 years later. And funny how it works. Well, let me back up. Almost 150 years later. I wasn't even... My great-great-grandfather wasn't even a gleam in his mother's eye at that time, so I don't know how I could be held responsible. Now, if you're holding me responsible because of my color, at that point, that is racist. Now, that is my political stance on that. Alright. Let's hit the gay rights next. My stance is that do whatever you want, so long as you are not forcing other people to sacrifice their rights to accommodate you. Alright? And if you have to ask what that means, then you need to read more books on the racism. My grandfather is black. My best friend is black. One of my other best friends is a Mexican. Well, actually, he's an American. But he is of Mexican heritage. And by heritage, I mean his father is a Mexican. Let's see. I like black music. A lot of it. Not including rap. Rap's not music. I frequently listen to Chinese music quite a bit. I have no problem with Israelis. I've got no problem with Africans. I've got no problem with Asians. Even Australians. Except for that goofy accent. That goes for almost anybody who lives in the UK or Australia. The only people I could be considered racist towards are Arabs, and that's only because we are at war. If we weren't at war with them, I'd have no problem. And the moment we stop being at war with them is the moment I stop having the problem. Racism is defined as believing yourself better than another person due to color, or believing that other people are inferior due to their color. I believe no such thing, and I'll tell you why. I think it's kind of idiotic to to believe somebody is inferior due to a few ounces of melanin in your skin. But that's me with my crazy science talk here. That's my beliefs on racism. I hate racist. Completely hate racist. Well, I guess now on to religion. This is a tough one for me. I am a Christian. Unashamedly Christian. And, as a matter of fact, I'm so much of a Christian that I would be considered a radicalist for Christianity. The only difference between a radical Christian and a radical Muslim is that the Christians read the Bible, and the Bible doesn't tell us to kill people. The radical Muslims read the Quran, and the Quran tells them to kill people. That's the difference between a radical Christian and a radical Muslim. Our Bible tells us to love other people. It tells them to love your neighbor as yourself. And that doesn't mean your literal next door neighbor. Love other people as you would love yourself. Treat others the way you want to be treated. All this stuff that liberals claim to practice and don't. They claim they do, but they actually don't. I'll get into that in a later video. This is what Christians are supposed to practice. Unfortunately, a very large amount of Christians don't get it right. Mostly due to their own ignorance of the Bible and due to their own insecurities and hatreds. It's pretty sad. Alright, now on to political parties. I do not affiliate with any party that kills babies. And I do not affiliate with any party that claims to be good and then does absolutely nothing. I do not affiliate with any party that advocates breaking the law, and I do not affiliate with any party who advocates going against the Constitution. And that just eliminated every party that I know of. I am not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I guess you could call me an independent. You could call me a constitutionalist. I've read the Constitution. I don't abide by the Constitution. I don't. I'm not supposed to. I'm not a member of Congress, of the Senate, or any government official, which means I do not have to abide by the Constitution. That's how you know I've read it. As for the Constitution, many people are very, very avidly in defense of their rights. Usually their Second Amendment and their First Amendment rights. Alright? Good on you. I would broaden my perspective, however, to all of the Constitution. All of it. All the amendments. All of them. All of the articles. All of the sections. Those are the ones I defend. That's kind of what my belief is. Many people... I'm sorry, on to the next thing. On to gun rights. Or onto the issue of whether or not the Constitution said that it was only for hunting or the sword. The Constitution in the Second Amendment does not mention any weapon. It does not mention any specific gun. It does not mention any specific use of the gun except for the security of a free state. A well-regulated militia for the security of a free state and the right of the people to bear arms shall not be infringed. Huh. Well, that seems to be pretty clear now, doesn't it? Before you say they need to make an amendment to the Constitution to change that, it already was amended. The Second Amendment was an amendment, hence the term Second Amendment. The Constitution was amended to put that in there. Now chew on that for breakfast. As for militias, if they are constitutional militia, I'm all for them. They have to register with their governor, and the governor is the commander-in-chief of the state militia. That's how it goes. If you are not a state militia, and if you are not registered, then I would very, very, very highly recommend it. Otherwise, you have the capacity of being called a homegrown terrorist. That's never a good thing. Especially with drones flying around and such crap like that. I think I've about covered my political stance here. I went into a little bit of a tangent, but I did it so everybody could see, well, give you an idea on how I think, what I think is the best mindset for me. The last thing that I think I'm going to cover is how would I think this country could be fixed. Morals. Starting at the home, working their way up, teaching respect. That's it. Teaching them to do the right thing. Not just for one group, but for all groups. You'll notice quite a bit of what I said would get hatred from Republicans and would get hatred from Democrats. Although more so from the Democrats and the liberals. That's fine. Hatred from both sides means I'm doing something right. Now I am known to change my mind. So if you watch this, I'm going to try and get this as the introductory video. If you watch this, and then go to my latest video, and I say something different, I'm warning you right now. I am known to change my mind. Specifically, when given facts. Anyways, that is my opening recording for this channel, the Truth About Politics channel, and the acronym spells TAP, T-A-P. Yeah. I know it's kind of dorky there, kind of corny, but hey, I grew up in Indiana. I'm always kind of corny. This is the Truth About Politics channel saying goodbye, read the Constitution, and be safe.